From Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web, this is The B Team with Cory and Jim.
What with the classic intro today?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. I also have one that my wife did for us.
It's better. It's way better than that one.
Yeah? And you don't play it.
It actually, well, I didn't this
did.
time. I got excited this time because
right.
you're here.
Yeah. That excited me too.
Our special guest on the show today is Kim Denty. He is a professional bodyguard, friend of the stars, friend to the stars.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'd say
have
that.
to get that
That's a great
t-shirt.
title.
International Man of Mystery,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I saw that Poland piece about you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a
Beautiful,
sudden we start
beautifully
getting
done.
pictures from Poland with our name plastered all over the place.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
beautiful.
Hilarious.
Dude, I mean, at first I go, I don't have access to a printer over there. You know, I get this idea. I'm like, oh, I'm going to bust them out. Watch this. So I got the picture of you two staring off into oblivion, you know, looking like real partners.
Yeah.
You know, and so I got to ask one of the guys, hey, would you print this for me? And he's just like, you know, looking at you like,
Yeah.
really? Yeah. So then, you know, then it begins, and I go all over the place, as you know.
Yeah.
And I'm taping up this picture. Cars are going by. You know, it's just, it was ridiculous.
Did you get some odd looks?
Yeah.
They probably thought you were our pimp.
Yeah. Well, I kind of was. I was pimping you over there, you know. Yeah, I'm still convinced you could go over there and get a free meal. You know, that one waitress really liked you.
Yeah.
You know, you saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. It was so funny.
It really was.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It was.
That was,
appreciate
that was
you
one of my
doing
favorite photos.
Yep.
The
We
waitress.
still have that.
I'll have to, I can take it out of PowerPoint format into photos if you want to
Okay.
throw it up on your.
I'd love to.
All right. I can do
love
that.
to. It's
Just
worth it.
remind me at the end
For
of the
sure.
show.
For sure.
My memory's not very long.
So we have to add World Traveler to that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, feeble attempts, brother.
No.
Hey, look where I'm at.
Yeah.
Look.
Well, you've made it.
I know.
Clearly,
I know.
you've made it
Obviously.
into Amish country.
I
Did you stop by on your way here and get you a pie or anything? Some cheese?
did not. I did
Fry
not.
pie action.
I skipped the. I skipped the official stuff and I ate a moon pie before I came. So,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
you know,
Yeah.
I know it's not right.
You got to carb up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get high energy.
Come into Amish country and not buy something Amish. You know, it's like going to Poland and going to a McDonald's, right?
Okay.
Hey, I'm not living the. Okay.
Here's the thing with our Amish.
Yeah.
You have to figure they drop babies like it's a game, okay? And they're going for the championship.
You know, not at the end of the 9 months, but at the beginning, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. It is a game, and I'm going for the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they
Always.
Yeah.
so they have these babies, okay? There's usually 6 to 8 to sometimes 15 kids running around in the house.
You make it sound like litters.
It is. It's a
Well,
lot.
they have 7 or 8 at a time, or, you know, it's like, what?
Gotta have high numbers, man. You know,
Yeah.
they get snatched up on the side of the road, so you gotta, you know what I mean?
We even
Yeah.
buy Amish chow at Liberty Mill.
Yeah.
They just throw buckets of it in for these kids to eat.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a local. You know where Liberty Mill is. I don't.
See?
Yeah, right there. Right there
Yeah.
it tells you.
Neither do
You
I.
can't get to it.
You're the legend of the area. Let's just face it.
I'm kind of the mayor.
Yeah.
Kind of the mayor of
I
Amish
can
town.
tell. I can tell that.
You just gotta shave the mustache
If
off,
I
man,
do,
and
I'm
you'll be
gonna do it.
destroying that
You're
beard.
there, man. You're there.
Okay, but they have all the kids running around, so they're changing all these diapers, okay?
Okay.
And they're making pies to sell on the roadway at the same time.
Gotcha.
So what do you think is happening when they're getting done changing a diaper? You think they're going outside, pouring a nice hot tub of water and
That's,
scrubbing up and then coming back to their pie making?
That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell you they're not.
It's all organic, buddy.
They're not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sells these days.
Yeah.
You know,
You can eat that if you don't know it.
Sure.
Yeah.
It won't really even hurt you, probably. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I go to a restaurant, I always, in my mind, have to convince myself that the people in the back are just the cleanest people on the planet. They're as OCD as I am.
Right.
They're scrubbing, they're wiping down, they're putting fresh gloves on for everything.
Sure.
I have to convince myself of that.
As long as it works in your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I'm not sure.
But when you go to take a bite of your sandwich, you can look up and 4 people from the kitchen are looking. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Something might
else?
be up.
Well, I know you, but I don't know you well. All right. So if you don't mind, let's start back in the day. Where are you from?
Fargo.
Really? North Dakota?
No. Ohio.
Oh.
Marengo, man. Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
So you are a local boy.
I am a local boy. Just never moved away. I've been to almost every country, but I've just never found a place I'd rather be.
Hey.
So, back to Moore County I go, right?
So you went to school here and everything?
I did. Highland,
Highland High School.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. So how does a kid from little Fargo, Ohio, end up knowing everybody in Hollywood?
I've asked myself that a lot of times, I literally, I think one of the times it hit me is I'm worked my way up in karate, blah, 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 3rd degree black belt, and so on and so forth, and fought on the United States karate team, right? So I'm over at the World Championships and asking myself, what's a kid from Fargo, right? Doing here? And I never really got a clear answer then, and probably won't now.
Okay, that's fair enough.
The paths we take.
Yeah. Just mostly luck, who you run into, or who you.
Yeah.
Is it something you pursued? I guess I'm trying to get at. Did you go after this? Did you want to be a bodyguard and a?
Not necessarily at first. So let's go back a little ways, like in the karate days. You got to really believe in yourself. And you may not get. Others may not believe in you. So you have to make up for that. You have to be your own, you know what, I can do this. So I have in fact, it may have been in the picture I sent you, but I have a plaque up in my dojo, which is now on my wall, that says 85% of your success is a direct result of your confidence. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So as you do things or as you pursue it, I don't know. For example, I went to get a job. Okay, I'm 17 years old. School's going to be letting out. I'm a senior. I need a job, right?
Right.
So I go to a place called Grumman Flexible in Delaware at the time. Fill out an application. And of course, you're just self-conscious as can be. Here I am, a skinny kid, can barely grow peach fuzz, and here's these other guys filling out applications. They got the 5 o'clock shadow. They're men's men, and I'm just like, well, I don't stand a chance against these guys, right? So I don't even have any experience. Nothing. What have I done? Right? So I'm stretching. I'm like, well, a buddy of mine did build a barn, and I held the electrical wire while he ran it. So I put electrical.
Yeah.
Right? You got to do something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And so these guys turn in their application. Okay, we'll call you. I turn mine in, and she says, hey, have a seat. Whoa, really? Well, I got an interview right there on the spot. So sure enough, we walk in, and the guy's like, oh, so you know electrical, huh? I'm just like, oh, dear Lord. Sure. Yeah. He says, okay, well, when can you start? Well, sir, I'm 17 years old. I won't be 18 till like June 20th, but I was just putting my feelers out. He goes, that's not what I asked you. When can you start? Well, I graduate Sunday. How about Monday? Okay, we'll see you then. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
And so, one of those things, how'd you get here? Right? So I'm looking at myself going, I'm wired, literally, I was trained on the job, right?
Right.
I'm wiring city buses at 17 years old. I'm like, how did this happen? Right?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Well, then it just so happens that they gave you training. If you wanted to take, like other courses or whatever, they would pay for it.
Right.
Well, I wanted to weld, right? So I went to a school, learned welding. Then I put an application at Worthington. Yeah, I'm a welder. You know how it works.
Yeah.
Hey, here I am, 41 years later. I'm still at Worthington.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just fall into it.
Yeah.
Or lie your way into it.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Tomato, potato.
Yeah.
Tomato, potato. Same thing.
Yeah. See, you and I come from two different places. We have two different types of luck. You lucked out wherein the guy was just like, oh, electrician, huh? Okay, when can you start? Where I would have walked in that room and he would have said, electrician, huh? Well, here's phase 2. Here's the test for that.
You just handed you this, like a circuit box.
Yeah.
Work your magic.
Exactly. That is exactly how that would have gone down for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
That's what
and
they
now,
say.
And now I've seen the world on Worthington's dime, really. I've been around
Yes,
the
you
world
have.
working different facilities and troubleshooting welders and,
Is that what it is? Because I've had conversations with people. They're like, "Well, Kim is over in Poland or
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah.
What does he do? Is he in sales? I truly don't know what to tell.
Yeah.
Him.
I think he runs drugs. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it now. What? Dude, they're going to be checking your suitcase. You got a lot of stamps in that passport. No,
I bet-
actually.
does that ever raise eyebrows? That's a good point.
Okay, so to put it in perspective, I spent a lot of time in Brazil. I've spent a lot of time in Portugal, a lot of time in the Czech Republic. In Poland, I've probably been there 30 times, okay, for a week at a time, every other week or once a week or once a month for a year or two.
Right.
The same with Turkey. 1 week out of every month, I'm in Turkey, right? So I wondered if all these passport stamps were going to start raising eyebrows, but I've never had to go into the little room.
The room.
I've never had to go to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr.
Kind of a shame. I
Jellyfinger.
was looking forward to it actually, but no,
Yeah.
no, I've never had to do that. And now, how many times have they been through my luggage? Well, see, they leave these cards. Did you know that? Every time they go through your luggage, they got to leave a card that said the TSA.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I collect these things, man.
All right.
Seriously. I don't know how many I've got, 50, 60. I just, and just to aggravate TSA, I keep them in the back of, when you lift up your suitcase, you got like a little screened in zipper area. Yeah. I leave them in there.
There's already one in there when they open it.
Oh, there's 50 in there.
Yeah.
I keep them all in there. Yeah. It's a little extra weight, but it's worth it.
Sure.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
when they lift it up and they see all them, they're just like, okay. I can just picture their face, and it does me good.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get in there and mess up my underwear and stuff. So,
Yeah.
It's like a badge of honor,
Yeah.
Because here's a guy, a white guy, sometimes when it's not
Well, he's got
summer.
tats, though.
Yeah.
He's got
with
tats.
the tattoos.
Yeah, there you
with
go.
tattoos and the short hair, like
Yeah.
he's trying to pass, that kind of thing. I'd give you another look. I would Dr. Jellyfinger you.
Ooh.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Glove up.
I'd have to. Yeah.
Some of that. Yeah.
Mm. Wow.
Mhm.
The glove thing. Yeah. No, I've not experienced that, thankfully. Now, that's one of those things. As soon as you say, "Oh, it's all going great," right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And next time I see you,
weekend.
I'll be walking with sitting on a pillow and saying, "Thanks a lot, Jim. Thanks a lot, man. You hexed me."
Nothing like the KY farts.
That's right. That's right.
So let's move forward a little bit into
Definitely move
So
forward
you
on
were on the national karate team,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. The U.S.
so that took you around. You did some travel
around
there?
the U.S. primarily. I fought out in Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Fought in Atlanta. Fought in New York City, and the World Championships were in Cairo, Egypt. So get around, see things, get black eyes.
And
Remember Dale Beam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he and I actually, we were based out of Cardington, and we were teaching as a public service. So we taught thousands of kids, and it's just our own dojo.
Yeah.
We worked together. William Stump.
Yeah.
And all the crowd. Rick Pryor at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Good group. So.
But at some point, somebody approaches you and says, "Hey, there's a spot on
Don Madden.
Somebody's protection team," or.
Oh no! Well, see that came about in a kind of a funny way. That all came about through. Got to stop and think for a minute. But that was just an opportunity. That was a luck opportunity. Now, Rick Pryor and I had been doing some security at the Marion Popcorn Festival way back when security had to clear the venues at the end of it. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, stupidity at its finest.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
can only imagine.
At the end of the night, at the end of the performance or whatever, you would have to.
Well, at the end of the performance, we were done there at the main stage, but we actually had to go help clear the beer gardens, and we're like, dude, that's not a job for a t-shirt security guy, you know. I wouldn't even listen to it. It's like, what are you doing, man? So, but that was way back.
Okay,
that was I don't know, 85, I guess.
Okay.
And we still do it today. I mean, come on, the Popcorn Festival security. Yeah, that's not a big name, but you know what? Some really great people have come through there.
Yeah.
And Rick and I are always backstage, and typically you get opportunity to meet with them, chat with them a little bit, and some people that were big and on their way down, which I love that. BTO,
right.
Yeah, these groups that I watched growing up, and so seeing them, boy, this is just like, oh, I'll take that,
Yeah.
And others that were on their way up. So it's been a fun ride, it's just goofing off 3 days a year, but it's been fun. They're good people to work with. So
in 1986, I was in Virginia Beach, and we went into a tiny little club, not much bigger than this studio, and it was on New Year's Eve, and we're hammered, of course. And,
as you will be.
Yeah. And
at some point in your life.
At like 10 o'clock, they announced the band that's coming out, and it was BTO.
No way.
It was BTO.
No, BTO, I'm not familiar.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah, see, that's there's an age gap here.
Oh,
and
not
I
just
get
a
that.
gap. There's a precipice.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like similar to Bieber, or no?
No.
Yeah, it's sort of Bieber-ish, only without the Bieber,
but way better.
Way more better.
Well,
Gotcha.
that was a big deal to me because they were still, they were still humming along in '86, know. But I mean, on the downward side of it, but they were still.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing a club venue.
Sure,
you still heard them on the radio.
Yeah,
a lot. But yeah, they came, and we didn't know it. We had no idea.
I mean, think about it. Boys to Men were there.
What?
They were on their way. They're obviously on their way down.
Yeah.
Blake Shelton.
Oh, there you go.
He became big after that.
Right.
But he hung out, talked. I mean, he's just super nice guy. So, yeah. There's just so many people have gone through there.
Right.
Oh, the one that we were laughing about, the Village people.
Yeah.
The Village.
Yeah.
Come on. Everybody does a YMCA, right?
They can still fill a venue, though. They can still.
They're like the Globetrotters, man.
Yeah.
They can.
They're gonna sell some tickets.
They can.
But only two of them are original.
Really?
Still. And you're going to ask me which ones, but I don't remember. Anyway.
I just know them by the uniforms. I don't know any names.
There you go.
The cop, the Indian.
Yeah.
The
construction worker.
Construction worker.
Navy dude, I think. No?
Huh.
I'm thinking that's a stab in the dark for me right there. I don't know.
The Native American. Did we say
you said Indian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Native American. A bit more PC term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't think of that.
But it's all fun, yeah. It's you got to have fun with it. You know, and I've said before, it's like even when I'm in Poland, the guy, you know, he says, okay, so you just came from Hollywood last week, right?
Right.
So how do you even keep your sanity coming to Poland? Because it's boring here, right? So I told him, I said, I kind of have a thought process that helps. I said, oftentimes, if you're at home sitting on your couch, you wish you were out having an adventure, right?
Right.
Sure.
When you're out having an adventure and your adrenaline's way up here, you wish you were at home sitting on your
Yep.
couch, right?
That's absolutely true.
It is true.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, if you're in LA, have fun in LA. If you're in Poland, have fun in Poland. If you're at home, have fun at home. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you keep that thought process, you can have fun wherever you go.
Yeah.
You know?
When I don't think you know this, Kim, but I've started doing like stand-up comedy things, and that's the same I've noticed with me. When I'm here, I cannot wait to be up on a stage talking to people.
Mhm.
But as soon as I'm introduced and I stand on that stage and start talking, all I want to be is at home with my kids,
Yeah.
sitting safe and watching TV, nobody judging me, nobody looking at me. You know, it's the same thing.
I think it's a natural thing that no one just puts into words. You
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I did not know that about you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I have to catch one of your gigs sometime.
You have to, if I ever
Yeah.
have one.
If you ever have.
He's working on his hour-long special. We got wait
5
baby,
minutes is
baby
pushing
steps.
it.
15 minutes.
15 minutes would kill me. I wouldn't know what to talk about for 15 minutes.
Yeah, you
stuff.
would.
Yeah.
Just get up there and just start doing
Yeah.
crowd work, man.
Yeah.
You know, pointing out dudes that look
Oh
weird.
my gosh. You know, so I've gone to the Funny Bone before,
Yeah.
right? Several times. At the end of it, I have laughed so hard my gut hurts.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can't recall one joke. Maybe one or maybe two.
Yep.
But I've
Yep.
laughed the whole time. And usually it's because it's like when a comedian picks out somebody and says, it just starts, you know, ragging on them or, oh, it's you again, you know, or,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
they just have a way of bouncing back to that at the right time. And I'm sure it's planned out.
So some guys it seems that are just really good at that. Like
Yeah.
that's their like DL Hughley.
Mhm.
That's his go-to move. And the other guys aren't as strong, but
Yeah.
I think everybody tries to do it in their stand-up career just to, you know, kind of cut their
Yeah.
chops out a little bit.
Well, I'm
But
like you, Kim. I can't remember jokes. I can't do
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
I can't do like, you know, let's see. There were two bears eating a clown. One bear said to the others, "This tastes funny to you." That's the only joke I can remember. It's the only one I know
That's great.
because I think one of my kids told me that. Like years
Probably.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But that's not even typically what they do. They talk about
Yeah.
the trip to the airport.
That's right.
And one thing rolls into
Yeah,
another. and
observations.
Yeah.
That's big.
funniest stuff ever. man.
For sure. For sure.
And I'm sure there's a way that they link it all together in their mind as they're pulling it.
Yeah.
It looks like they're just winging it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that's experience, and
Right.
they're good in front of a mic or whatever. But I guarantee you, they've sat in front of a mirror doing this routine. They didn't just get up in the front of a
No.
crowd and just start
Right.
doing it.
Right.
They've done
Right.
it over and over to where
Correct.
they're sick of the routine,
Right.
you know, and they know how long to wait for the laughs. And I you know, there's an art to it. You know, it'd be like somebody trying to do police work who's never been through academy, right?
Right.
You know,
Right.
these guys have trained for it. They know, you know, there's a lot to be learned. So just you stepping in and being funny, you know, on the radio, it's easier,
Yeah.
but well, there's a real talent to that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a funny story about that police
Yeah.
academy? I was the last class in the police academy that was allowed to go to the police academy within your first year of hire. So I was hired on a police department. I was doing police work every day, carried a gun, driving a cruiser, making arrests, taking people to jail, everything that you do as a police officer. I did it for about 9.5 months before I started the academy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is
Yep.
insane.
Yeah.
All right, man. You want a job?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
That was it. Can you
Shoot,
believe
shoot or
they
don't
did
shoot. Well, I haven't covered this yet. You want to get this one?
We haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been to the academy. All right. Well, here's your gun.
No, that was it. That really happened.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
we were the last class. That was 87, 1987, beginning
The
of
year I
87.
was born.
Yeah.
You believe that?
Oh, I get that
Yeah.
a lot.
No,
Believe
I
me.
do believe that.
I wasn't even alive then.
I do
Shut
believe
up.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know, it's funny, Jim, Corey, we've worked together at
Yeah.
the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
It's another one of the feeble things that I do, right, for the last 20-some years. And, you know, every time I think about Jim, it goes back to one call, one specific call. It was, we were actually, I won't go into details where or anything, just so that, but we're at a 16,
Okay.
okay, which a death scene,
Right.
all right? And Jim's heading it up. I'm the second officer there. So this poorly departed is in the bedroom. The family is one room away in the living room. Jim and I are in the bedroom looking over things. My phone goes off. And of all the ringtones, shake that ass for me, shake that ass for me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no. The look of panic on my, I couldn't get to my phone fast enough. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I shut it down, and I'm just like, didn't even want to look up. I'm afraid that the family's just going to be ready to shoot me, or you know. And I felt horrible, and I just kept thinking, okay, well now it's on vibrate. I'm not even going to look up at Jim.
Yeah.
I'll probably get a write up when we get out of here, but it couldn't be helped, you know. Oh my gosh, yeah. So it all, you know, all the things we've done, we've picked weed, we've done,
Yeah.
you know, so many calls, and it all goes back to that one. It's like
It's just little things like that. I'm sure he was laughing his ass
No
off,
doubt about it.
because I would have been for sure.
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
That's
maybe on
awesome.
the inside. Nobody was laughing on the
No.
outside.
Not with the family around.
No,
No.
that was bad.
But that is awesome.
No. Well, let's move forward. You're like, what I'm trying to get
That's
to.
fantastic.
What I'm
That's
trying to get to is
It's always move forward, you know.
your time. Yeah.
Ken,
want
you've taken that right off the edge. Let's move forward, please.
I don't want anybody to. Yeah, I don't want anybody to catch me out here.
You notice I'm wearing reading glasses. You like that?
I never really paid attention.
No, these are they're dollar store glasses, so quite
All right.
expensive. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Nothing but the
you know,
best.
hey,
That's what my doctor told me. Well, because I've got
Sure.
contacts too.
yeah.
But see, I wear these because it covers the lines under my eyes a little bit more.
I like that.
I
Yeah.
don't like
That's
it.
that.
I like
don't like
those
it?
lines, you know.
You do like the lines?
Makes you look more distinguished.
See,
All right.
you've earned them.
I remember. But but yeah, my eye doctor, when he fit me with my contacts and everything, he said, go to the dollar store, get the cheapest, get 3 or 4 pair of them, because you're going to set on them, you're going to
Sure.
lose them, you're going to
Yeah.
scratch them, you're
Yeah.
going to because they're in and out all the time.
Right. You want
of your pocket.
some for work, some in the car,
Yeah.
some in front of the TV. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
Yeah. You know, I will turn 60 this year.
All right.
I will.
Really?
And and it's like, as I look at my career with Worthington in particular, I started there at 19.
Wow.
So
Well,
holy
yeah.
mackerel. At 19, I couldn't grow a beard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And at that time, we weren't allowed to grow beards. It was part of the company policy. Right. So by the time they relaxed that policy a few years back, I'm like, oh, I can actually grow a beard physically, and I might just do that. And then when this gray, shaggy mess came out, I'm like, oh, holy crap. You know? So I just skipped over the era of having a beard,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Yeah.
completely from 19 to 60.
You got
Well,
time.
this-
You still got time.
Well, I've always had like some gray. Like even when I was in high school, my hair was like coal
Salt,
black.
pepper.
But there was still, you could see some grays
Yeah, a
here
little
and out.
peppering in. Yeah.
Well, that's let's see. When I hit early 40s to mid 40s, it went white.
Did it?
Because this is all. Yeah, if I don't have this color in, I'm white, not gray.
Yeah.
It is completely white. My dad was the same way. He had all his hair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He had nice hair, but it was just
White.
Yeah.
white, snow white. So
You know what? women color their hair. Why can't guys?
Oh, I don't care about that.
Well,
I don't care about it. Yeah,
that beard right
it's
there.
my face.
I'm saying he could corner the Santa Claus market for decades.
Yeah,
really.
And he just refuses to do it. I don't get it.
Well,
we have a picture up on our website of Cory and I. And that's when I first started growing the beard in, and you can see it's as white as
it's very, very light.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we all have, some people, you can call it vanity if you want to, or you can call it, I want to look as good as I can.
Yeah.
Right? Women call it, I want to look my best.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, I'm out there trying to, I'm doing this comedy thing that I told you about, and those kids are half my age that I'm going to these, doing these open mics with. I'm trying to get like little background work in movies and stuff like that. And they're never asking for 50-year-olds. They always want somebody 35 to 45.
That's not true.
Well, Santa Claus again. You keep
not even that. Not even that, man.
Oh.
I mean, sure, there's that. You could definitely do that. You pull it off with that white beard, man, for sure.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I would be a rich man for like 2 months a year
for sure.
I'd be booked in every.
But you could get into some stuff. There's that one kid, man, that's in like 900 movies. That's all he wants to do is the background thing. He's been on like what?
I know who you're talking
Letterman.
about.
He's got red hair,
got curly red hair.
Yeah.
No, I mean look at some of the actors in the movies. Look at some of the actors on TV or whatever. It's not always the young, good looking. That's what you picture when you want into it. But as they're casting, hey, we need a person that fits your profile, that fits exactly what you are, because this is what the commercial is, right?
Right.
So you could actually work so hard at not being what you are, that what you are is what they're after, and they would skip over you.
Yeah.
Too. So
you can't have a thin skin. That's what Chris Hahn, we interviewed a guy. He's a stunt man, former professional wrestler.
Right.
Chris Hahn. He was in the seat you're in now, and he was telling us that because they'll tell you right to your face, not too old, because they have in their mind's eye, they're looking at what they want.
Yep.
And if you're not it, they'll just tell you too fat or too skinny.
Yep.
Or too old or too young or this or that.
And that goes with everything.
Take it personally.
You can't stick your head above the crowd and be thin-skinned.
Sure.
Yeah.
As an officer, you're sticking your head above the crowd, so someone's got something to say about a cop, or somebody's got something to say about this, or I remember one time I was out in Sturgis and riding my bike around, and I fixed it up and done all this crazy stuff to it, and so it ended up in a magazine, and it actually ended up on a special that they did for Sturgis, and on the blog part of that, there's like 100 comments. Oh my gosh, that's the coolest bike ever, and blah blah blah, and then there's one.
Right.
There's one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's real original. Yeah, paint flames on your bike and go around with a blow up doll on the back. Well, which there was. I mean, come on, we'll call it what it is.
Yeah.
But and the point is, my girlfriend just couldn't get over that. She couldn't get over that somebody would say that. I said, well, guess what? You just took 1% of the group and gave them 99% of your attention.
Sure. Right.
You need to keep that in perspective. If you were a president and you got a 99% approval rating, come on.
Yeah.
They're happy with 60.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So by that, there should be 40 comments on there that says, your bike looks like crap.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So if you're thin-skinned, that one comment's just going to haunt you, and it's going to eat at you. And you have to learn to become your best friend. Because if you're not, everybody will ride you to the bottom.
Yep.
Sure.
But you're responsible for lifting yourself back up.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's solid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody else is going to do it for you. No, there's nobody else. You can make fun of me for a lot of things, but unless you're paying my bills for me,
there you go. Hey,
I've got to do this. I got to do this.
Be
on
your
my
own best friend. You shower with yourself every day, for crying out loud. Like yourself. Right?
I love myself in the shower.
Easy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
This is on video now.
Yeah, okay.
This is on video now. You know what I mean?
Only to a point, right? Only to a point.
Gonna get into
Some things need to be left in private.
Here we go again. I'm waiting on this. So moving forward.
No, I like
No,
that
I'm
kind
kidding.
of stuff. I like what we're talking about. I just want to get desperately want to get to the your friendship with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah. You know, he and I really hit it off here, I want to say 20 years ago or so. And I don't know, it's why he likes me, I have no idea. Yeah, I look at myself and go, why would Lou like you? But anyway, I've never treated him like the star that he is. Treated him like another guy, you know, and we just, over the years, we've clicked. We get together. If he comes in town, he comes out, you know, or if I'm in LA, I certainly stop by his place, and sometimes, you know, we'll just have lunch or dinner at his place or whatever. Just, you know, he's a super guy. Traveled all over with him. He does a lot of Comic Cons now, and so like I'll go with him, and I'll be the money guy, you know, and then at night we'll get together, have a bottle of wine, you know, relax, and
Nice.
go up to his room and just chat or whatever. So yeah, super individual. He really is.
Now, did you meet up with him in your position as a bodyguard, or
Yeah.
somewhere else?
Do you know Shannon Leary? Do you remember Shannon Leary?
I really don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, her name is Shannon Landon now.
Okay.
She owned the bar in Cardington for a while, the Patriot.
Okay.
So anyway, she was a Mara County deputy at the time. Her father had gotten involved down at the Arnold Expo, somewhat with the security gig with Arnold, and somewhat in the boxing end of it as a kind of a referee or scorekeeper kind of guy. And so that's how the connection came for me to get started with Arnold, you know, working the detail. So I went down there with her, and you're literally in the rear with the gear when you start. You know how it is. You know, you're the newbie.
Right.
You're back here. You know, there was a guy that was always there. Stay out of the diamond. You know,
Diamond.
that was like the most famous quote ever. But, so, you know, you do your time as the newbie, right? And a funny story about that too, though. There was another guy. He was probably, I want to say, in his late 60s at the time. His name's Tom Charles. Okay. So he was older gentleman, gray hair, you know, and I don't know that he ever really got treated as he should, you know, but I was with it. You know, it's like, if you're in the rear with the gear, so am I. You know,
Right.
we worked together. We got along well together. I'm not going to come over here and rub elbows if you're standing over here. So just an older guy befriended him, the end. Okay.
Mhm.
Which is where the story would probably end. Right.
Right.
So Arnold becomes governor. So at that time, they bring California Highway Patrol because he's their governor. Right.
Right.
So the responsibilities get shifted around, and there's a lot of gray area, you know, who's in charge and what and what and what. So during that time, we kind of backed off, and we called ourselves the B team. Honestly, it was so funny. So we would do security for like Batista, Wesley Snipes, you know, these kind of, you know, doing some things
Other
like
celebrities.
that. Yeah, which was actually okay with me because, you know, what Arnold was doing was kind of the same routine each time. So,
Right.
you know, hey, we need someone to go to the airport and pick up Goldberg, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll go. I don't care. So they give me a limo. I mean, a driven limo. And I'm like, how am I going to know who he is? They said, oh, you'll know. I didn't watch
Yeah.
WWE or anything, you know. And sure enough, I did. Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
So, but I'd never watched him wrestle or anything. He was just this teddy bear, nice guy. we got to chatting in the limo. I said, "Oh, I've actually never seen you wrestle." So he gave me some tickets when they came to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And I saw him, and I'm like, "Dude, this guy is nuts."
Yeah.
He's nothing like that, right? So anyway, I befriend this guy. And while all this gray area is going on, we're all just biding our time, doing our thing while Arnold's governor. So the last year that he's governor, they're making plans for the upcoming year. I get a call from this guy. And he says, "Hey, Kim, what are you doing? You want to have lunch?" "Dude, I'd love to. Yeah, it'd be great, man." So we meet at Applebee's and chat for a little bit. And he says, "Well, Jim Lorimer," and I don't know if you know the name or not, but Jim Lorimer is the biggest name at the Arnold besides Arnold. They're partners in the entire thing. And he said, "So Jim Lorimer asked me to head up the security this year for Arnold, and was wondering if you wanted to do it with me." Holy mackerel, dude, really? And I'm thinking to myself, how does this guy know Jim? That's sure, man, count me in. Yeah, I'd love to. He gives me his card, said, "Well, give me a call, blah, blah, blah," right? And I get back in my truck and I'm leaving. I look down at the card and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He's the Inspector General for the state of Ohio.
What?
I had no clue what he did.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man, if you had to pick someone to be nice to, that's a good one to pick.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
He later became Director of Public Safety.
Really?
He has 6 agencies, 6 sections of government reporting to him, one of which was the State Highway Patrol. I'm like, oh my gosh, man.
And I wouldn't have thought that that's who you call, when you're planning out security for a big event like that.
Yeah.
Is it? But it makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and he wanted you involved.
Yeah. Because we were friends.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bottom line to it. Let's face it, when you get down to a venue like that, let me tell you, there's a lot of chiefs.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, you've been on crime scenes and situations here where, the town police cover something. It's also part of the county. Right. It could also be a part of the FBI if it's a big enough case, or, so everybody, there's a lot of overlapping jurisdictions, and down there is no exception. Trust me. You got, Columbus, well, that's their gig.
Right.
Franklin County, well, that's their county. Homeland Security, it's a big international event. So by the time it's said and done, there's probably 20 agencies working this thing. Some are in plain clothes, some are undercover, some are explosive dogs, but the root work for the 4 days at Arnold is insane. It's something you think it only happen in movies.
I bet.
We do advance work. We have a really good guy that does our advance, who's actually an air marshal. Him and Tim Hobbikin from Columbus, man, they go to these venues, weeks prior to, here's the nearest exit, here's the, just everything that needs to happen. So there's a lot that really goes on other than just walking around with him.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I came to know Lou, is by working the Arnold. And we'd always go by Lou's booth where he was at and everything. And Lou and I just clicked and begun hanging out more and more. So he hit me up, I think it was maybe 4 years ago or 5. He says, "Hey, Kim, you think I could get a commission in Ohio as a deputy?" Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me ask. And he went through the school. He's a auxiliary for LA County.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like he isn't.
Sure.
And he holds dual commissions in California under 2 different counties. So I checked with our sheriff, and he felt nervous about it because of questions that might be asked or this or whatever.
Right.
For whatever reason, he didn't feel like we should do it. So I reached out to a guy that I know in Delaware County, Kevin Gilkerson. And he set it up with their sheriff. And I think their sheriff thought it was a joke at first.
Right.
Oh, come on. Lou Ferrigno's not coming here, or whatever.
Yeah.
But the long story made short, he did. And I was with him, and he got sworn in Delaware County. So he is a auxiliary deputy for Delaware County now.
That's crazy.
That would be insane.
Yeah, no. Could you imagine? Yeah, get pulled over.
Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno writing you a ticket.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like
Dude,
the
you know
Hulk,
what?
bro. It's awesome.
I'll take the ticket because you're going to sign it,
Yeah.
right?
You make your signature clear.
That's
I'll pay
Press
whatever.
really hard
Yeah.
down there at the bottom.
That would be
Dude,
good.
would frame that thing.
That's on a different level than Steven Seagal.
It is.
It is.
It is.
That's not even.
I've been around a lot of people. Steven Seagal. I've been, everyone from Chuck Norris to you name it.
Well, first of all, did you guys ever fight, you and Steve?
No.
Did you scrap?
No. But he's a little. God, I don't know. He's
a little out of breath these days.
he's pretty high on himself. Let's just say.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, being thick-skinned and being a believer in yourself, but it goes a long ways, when you're. So even stuntmen. I've talked to stuntmen that won't work with him anymore because
Really?
he doesn't have it. Part of the whole karate thing is that you know how to pull punches.
Control.
You know how to, it's control.
Yeah.
So if you're just in there in a slugfest, dude, that doesn't impress me so much. And numerous stuntmen have been hurt working with Steven, and
not because he's so tough,
not because he's tough.
So
Dude,
unsafe.
I mean, but think about it. If you ever actually watch a fight scene where there's 4 people fighting, this person waits because they know their timing. He's got to knock this person out before they come in, so, and they're opening up their jaw to him. I mean, it's choreographed.
Right.
So, but he'll take advantage of that choreographed business and just hurt people. I don't know.
Really?
I was talking to Chuck Norris, and when he was doing his Texas,
You don't talk to Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris talks to you.
yeah, that
Continue.
is true. That is that's true. Yeah. So Chuck Norris was talking to me, and he said, he said, Cam, we're like, as far as everybody understands the difference most people understand the difference in a fight and a Hollywood fight.
Right.
I've been in fights. It does happen from time to time. If you're the toughest guy, you get your licks in early, whatever. I don't know. There's a whole lot of criteria that goes into whether you're going to win a fight or not. And if you don't believe that, watch the UFC.
Right.
Toughest guy gets knocked out. I mean, all it takes is one.
Right.
So you can be really good. But the fight scene's there. He's like, Ken, we choreograph 3 days. We shoot 1 day.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's
oh
how
my
important
gosh.
that is.
Yeah. So he goes, like, the show itself, you can do your lines in about a day and a half. He said the fight scenes, you can film them in about a half a day, maybe 1 day. All the rest of it's spent working on your routines.
Yep.
To make them believable.
Absolutely.
So
I can believe that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Craziness, man.
Yeah.
Things you don't think about, but
Right.
and every TV show's the same. I mean, they're stuntmen and they're paid to do this. So, if it weren't, it'd be quite boring.
Right.
The whole TV show. The Rock punching someone out like that is much more entertaining than watching them wrestle on the ground and the reality,
like a real fight, a real fight would be
the reality.
Yeah,
Why do you think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is so popular? Because everything ends up on the floor.
That's exactly right.
It does.
You could go to a fight. There could be, in any given situations that the 3 of us have been in.
Yeah.
You can have a guy who's never trained a day outside of the police academy, and you can have a guy standing near a 3rd-degree black belt, and it always ends up just everybody's throwing and tossing and grabbing for wrists. It always ends up there's never any,
when you're doing the report. I think I did a figure 4 to to restrain. Dude, I have
crossover toe hold.
It was a thing. You had to be there.
Yeah,
it presented itself.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been on a set like with Lou or with anybody else where because it's boring for actors, so I can't imagine the boredom you'd have to go through as like one of their security team.
Yeah, it's not so much on the set because they're safe on the set. The sets are closed and they're good to go there. Interviews like this, we just. Well, I think a couple weeks ago we're at ESPN Cleveland.
I'm about to say I remember you sent the Snapchat of being there while he was doing the interview.
Yeah. It's funny. A guy at work, I had no idea, listened to ESPN Cleveland for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, Kim's with Lou this week. I wonder. So he pulls up the video, and he sees me and he screenshots it. I'm just like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
But yeah, so
doing media things.
Yeah, doing
mostly.
media things. It's a lot like this, honestly. I mean, you laugh, you call it, hey, this is a small setup or whatever, but I'm telling you, I don't know the keyboard you've got over there from anything. I wouldn't know what buttons to hit or whatever, but it's all similar. It is very similar. And the way everybody interacts, there's several people. Sometimes it takes 3 people to make a conversation go,
Right. And
oftentimes I'm off on the side, reminding Lou, dude, you got a movie coming out May 2nd. Yeah. I pull up my thing on my phone, Oh, yeah. So, and then when we're in, where were we? We're in Chicago last year, and it was like a morning talk show, and so, but yeah, it's a set.
Right.
And so they got Lou over here filming this, and literally the only thing there is, like if you tune into the TV, it looks like this, you got all this in the background and this couch, and that's exactly what's there. A couch and a screen.
Yeah.
And that's, so it's funny when you see the real sets and how they go, but. And then so we did probably 8 interviews that day.
That's busy.
Yeah, it's just insane. And he threw out the first pitch at the White Sox game.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Nice. They made him a jersey and everything.
Did he do it well?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that just goes awry, man. Dude, you got some bad throws.
That's what he kept telling me. He says, I've got to get it. I don't want it to land on the home plate, Right. So he's warming up because his shoulders and everything are screwed from lifting so much weight. He's got artificial knees, artificial hips. He's,
You know what? Somebody, I had requested people send in questions because you were coming on that sort of thing. We only got a couple, but the one I definitely want to ask because I want to know myself about his level of hearing impairment. Okay, he does have some, right?
Yes. When he was,
because you hear the rumors, I've heard that he's completely deaf and only reads lips, but can respond orally. But I don't know.
So, his hearing impairment, he was down to in the single-digit percents of what he could hear because of an infection when he was like 3 years old that ruined his hearing. In today's day and age, you'd probably doctor for it and be right back
Antibiotics
on top of it. Sure.
Done.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't today. And so it did hurt his hearing. And of course it's hurt his speech as well. That's just a part of it. But now, I mean, when we first were chatting, I needed to look at him because he did a certain amount of reading lips.
Sure.
Some of it's a little bit guessing, and I think you just acquire a knack for it, right? Well, now he has these things that go in his ears and they stick
implants?
out about, I don't know that they're implants. It's a little bit different, but little antennas stick out about maybe a quarter of an inch, something like that. And he just hits a button on his iPhone and he can hear you. So we can have phone conversations much, much easier.
Okay. Yeah.
If texting was the preferred way,
Sure.
you know,
Right.
some time back
Right.
just because of that. But, you know, now, I mean, he'll hit me up and we can have a 10-minute conversation and just like talking to anybody. Wow. And that is just fantastic.
I bet. I mean, I would imagine for him, that's got to be incredible. Like almost like before, where maybe texting might have been the preferred method. He likes to call you now just to hear. You know? You know, I would think anyway. But
yeah, we'll talk every couple of weeks, something like that, or you know, text if he. Just like the rest of us, if he finds something funny, he'll shoot it to you.
Right.
Or, you know, just that's what you do, you know.
Always been a huge fan. Seriously.
Yeah.
He is the one guy I've always been a fan of. Loved him on King of Queens. Did you ever see him on there?
I've not seen him on that.
Did you catch any of those?
Yeah.
Any of those?
Yeah. And do you know his wife on that show is his real wife?
Yeah.
Carla.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny
Awesome
stuff.
Yeah. He plays a neighbor.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Everybody also liked the "I love you, man," the choker hold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's
so
awesome.
strong.
Of all things, they're selling his house.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my gosh! And the
Now, you've been to his house. That, of course, is not his house. There's no. I would imagine he doesn't have a huge statue of himself.
No, he does not.
But that is so funny. That
you know, in all honesty,
he's so strong.
The first time I ever saw his house, I was impressed. It's a house like anybody would have. You know, don't get me wrong, it's nice. It's
right.
You know, it's got the white picket fence and looks good, and he's got a, you know, just it's beautiful, but it's not that mansion-ish look whatsoever.
But it doesn't have to be in California to be $2 million.
Yeah, it's right in Santa Monica. So
it ain't cheap.
No,
it ain't cheap.
No, not at all. But no, he's not that way at all.
Can't imagine.
Yeah, he's just down to earth, and you know, like guys do. You get to know somebody well enough, and you tease even through gray areas. You know, like like what you do off the air to some. You know, So, but it's been good.
Well, if you watch, my goodness, it has slipped my mind. The most famous bodybuilding movie on the planet,
Pumping Iron.
Yeah.
When Arnold is trying to get in his head, and he's just a kid.
Yeah.
Lou is just a child.
But dude, he's so big.
He
so big.
You know, Arnold was like shredded,
right,
and had the long muscle,
right,
just cut up. Where Lou just everything was like a bowling ball. He was like made up of like 15 bowling balls.
His size compared to Arnold. I mean, like not bodybuilding problems. I'm talking about just physical size. Yeah. He's much larger than Arnold.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So he's a big dude.
Arnold's my height.
Right.
Give or take 6'1" in that area.
Yeah.
And Lou is about 6'5".
Yeah, big dude, man.
So if you look at it from the bodybuilding end, he has to do so much more
for sure
than Arnold.
For sure,
he has to build so much more muscle. The shorter guys, Franco Colombo, you remember that name?
Yeah, absolutely. Arnold's best buddy.
Yeah. So I've sat and killed many a bottle of wine with Franco.
Dr. Franco Colombo.
He is the funniest guy on the planet when he gets to telling about him and Arnold and the stuff they did and laying bricks and the tricks that they pulled. I mean, it's ridiculous. But by stature, by example. So Franco Colombo, he might be 5'2".
Little dude. He's really small.
Very small. Yeah. Arnold, 6'1", Lou at 6'5". So Franco became, this world sensation bodybuilder, building half the muscle that Lou did. Half.
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from him. But the shorter guys
they fill out faster
in a magazine look better than the tall guys typically. Yeah. And what you were saying about getting in his head, Arnold, because hanging out with him too, he would tell stories, and laugh, but he's like, he says, I was out there with Lou one time and we're posing down, and he said, it's exhausting. These guys really, they work on their posing, and it's when they come off, I mean, I've seen them fall over in exhaustion because they don't want water in their system. No, water detracts from the definition. And they've had to IV them, literally, when they come off the stage. So, but he was talking about messing with Lou. So they're out there, they're just posing down like crazy. He kind of looks at Lou, and Lou's like, you know, so they both kind of nodded to each other that they were through, right? They go to walk off the stage, and Arnold comes back out, and you know, just wins the crowd over,
right?
Yeah,
you know, by pulling that on Lou, and he's done numerous things like that. I don't know that you'd call it underhanded. It's
gamesmanship.
Yeah,
call it.
It's something, but you know what? You got to have. I don't care who won what. Nobody really remembers what year, what award was won.
Right.
They remember the players, and they remember how they played. So both of them have their spot in history.
There's no doubt.
There's no doubt.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So
well, and Lou will forever be known as the Hulk.
I just saw. It's so funny that we're talking about. I just saw, like, I was flipping through Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
And it was a meme or a cut up of him as the Hulk throwing a grizzly bear in the show.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous, but it's so awesome at the same time. Like, it's beautiful.
No CGI. Back then.
Yeah. Well, you know, but at the time, I even remember watching shows back then that I thought, man, I'd like to see them now, because those were great shows. And then you see them and they're like, oh, how hokey, right? You know, the old Batmans. They're walking up a wall with a rope, you know. Everyone
Still
can tell
funny.
that's a sideways camera, you know.
Yeah.
But at the time, man, you're into it.
Brilliant acting,
Absolutely.
But you know what?
Adam West.
Yeah.
Oh,
bravo, sir.
Oh, yeah. He's at Comic-Con. I mean, this is no surprise.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there one time, and I was sitting there eating lunch with Lou Ferrigno is to my left, William Shatner is across the table, and Linda Blair is to my right.
Yeah.
You know, and it's another one of those moments.
Yeah.
What we talked about.
Yeah.
What's the guy from Marengo doing?
Yeah.
Right? I just, the ironicness of it was just.
Right.
It would be ridiculous if you didn't, if I weren't somewhat used to it, it would just have been ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difference is the conversations that they're having, because William Shatner is having trouble with his hips, and Lou is telling him, "Don't be such a pussy.
Yeah.
Go get them fixed now, or you're just going to suffer more." You know.
Right.
So you know, it goes from. Your conversations change.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if Jim and I were to have a conversation, you know, it might be on different health issues than Cory.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, ridiculous.
I would love to, and it's probably not fair to do without him being here. And my goodness, I wish he could be here sometime. I'm talking about Lou, his relationship with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
He played a major role back in his bodybuilding days.
He
absolutely
did.
He pushed him. Some people question the way his dad pushed him along in bodybuilding, but
and
I think there was definitely love there.
Yeah, there was some question even in Lou's mind. I mean, you know what? As long as we've been in existence, guys have had arguments with their dads, and you know that will always be true. But obviously, his dad was a police officer, and Lou, you don't go out and become a police officer unless you admired somebody who was one.
Yeah,
you don't do it. So I know he admired him. His mom, he just dearly loves. I mean, who doesn't, right? I remember Jim Lorimer. we were talking one time, and Lou and I were actually at Jim Lorimer's office at this time, and Jim's telling me this story. He goes, yeah, he says, he told me the year, you know, and he says, yeah, I go out to see Louie and see what he's about and see about getting him in for a competition, you know, and you know, his mom meets him, and, you know, just being the mother, you know, taking care of everything. And says, well, so she comes out, she got this big bowl of salad, you know, and Jim goes, well, that looks absolutely delicious. She goes, oh, no, this is Louie's. And he still tells that story, you know. But, you know, you train. You train right. So
they ate differently back then. They didn't shy away from pasta and potatoes back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s like they do now. I mean, now you
much different.
You know what?
Much different, right?
Yeah. You can get a supplement now for anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Even the fake tan. You know, I mean, when they're up there, when you're backstage, it just smells of basically suntan lotion. I mean, it's the dark stuff.
Don't get him excited.
It's the dark stuff
that's
they put
his
on.
dream.
Yeah,
being backstage, being oil boy,
just greasing it up.
There you go, man.
You know,
hit me up next year at the Arnold, and I'll take you backstage, and you can
oil some folks up.
Dudes only. It's like,
but they say it shows up better if they have dark.
I would agree.
But like Lou said, that hasn't always been that way.
No.
Back when they were competing, he said you had to lay out in the sun and get a suntan.
Yeah.
That's just how it was. So
that was all part of your training.
Absolutely.
Getting a suntan.
Get out there and get in the sun.
Did you tan today?
Yeah.
No. Get out there and tan.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You trying to lose? It's like, what?
Can you think of all the people that's been through Gold's Gym out there?
Crazy. Even now, still hugely popular gym.
I still see all these people on a regular basis. So many of them come in for the Arnold.
For the Arnold.
You know, all the you know, I don't know all the names. You know, certainly there's Coleman and just everybody that you can imagine.
Well, the Arnold's like the third biggest competition.
Actually, the Arnold is twice the size of the Olympics.
Is it?
Yeah, 18,000 athletes.
Wow. I knew it was big. I know it's a big show.
That's
one that you want to win.
Yeah. Oh,
if you can.
It is. Yeah. 200,000 people attended each year.
Yeah. I've been there 1 year, and even on a slow day, it was shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, it's crazy.
You know,
it is. Absolutely
I think I went
crazy.
I don't know if I went on. I don't forget what day I went on, but it was packed.
Yeah,
packed.
We use a dozen of us to get him through.
I don't doubt it.
Through the crowd, because
I don't doubt it.
It's nuts.
Well, that and once people recognize him. Arnold
he would never be able to get in.
Oh my gosh. So that leads me to another funny story here. So do you know Mario Lopez? You know who you know the name, right? So
Screech.
No. Slater, bro. Come on.
See? Okay, so this is him.
I bet you like Zach Morris, don't you?
Time frame right here. Yeah, he
knows all
Luke Perry.
Talk Luke Perry.
Cory knows all of them. Don't argue, right? Yeah, so he's got this gig that he does on Extra or whatever. So
right.
We're at the hotel, and I see him come in, you know, and he's over at the front desk, obviously asking, "Hey, where's Arnold?" Because he's supposed to be doing an interview with him and blah blah blah. So I walk over, and of course I got my gun, my badge, and my earpiece, so I look all like I'm supposed to be there, whatever, you know. And I said, "Hey, man, you looking for Arnold?" He goes, "Yeah, we're supposed to do an interview, whatever." As I can take care of it for you. So he walks over with me, and of course I got an earpiece on, so I'm like, I hit him up upstairs, and I said, "Hey, tell Arnold that Mario's here for his interview," right? I just couldn't help myself. So they come back with, "Okay, we'll be down in a minute." I act like I'm keying up, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't care if he likes him or not. You know, if he told him to be here, he needs to come down." You know, and I'm looking out of the corner of my eye, and Mario Lopez is like,
"No."
Like he'd just been smacked in the face. Yeah. So, I mean, I let it hang for, you know, like what seemed like eternity, but 5 seconds or something like that. Just the look on his face. I took pity on him, said, "Dude, I'm fucking with you." "Oh, dude. Oh, I owe you." You know, he just going on and on. I said, "Okay, well." So then we get over to the expo, and he does his interview with Arnold. And of course, all this is, I don't know that it's live, but certainly, you know, they're broadcasting for the show.
Right.
And so he says, I want to get a video of Arnold and I walking side by side and going through this massive crowd all the way up to the main stage. So he's got a cameraman, and this turns into this fiasco where you're blocking, and I mean, it just right. It was crazy trying to get them both to the main stage, right? Then once everybody realizes they're there, then the whole place collapses into. Now it's like you can't even move, right? The whole crowd now is around the stage, and so we get there. Mario looks at me. He goes, "Dude, we got to do that again. Our film wasn't rolling." And I'm like, "Right, yeah, okay." I just laugh at him. He goes, "No, I'm serious. Our film wasn't rolling." Right, you ain't getting me, man. You ain't. Well, guess what? It wasn't.
Oh my! Oh, you thought it was a little payback?
Yeah, that's what I first thought as soon as you said that. I'm like, he's joking with that,
right? So guess what? With everybody around the stage, we had to take them both back out while they could roll the cameras and get their good.
Unbelievable. Even at that level. I mean, we've had snafus in here.
For sure.
Where we forgot to hit a button or did this.
Sure, man.
But that's tiny scale. These guys do it every day.
That's a nationally televised.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, but
everywhere.
You know what? It is really funny that you talk about these guys like they're in a different league. To some degree they are, but it's just who they're dealing with. Like you go to some very popular radio shows. They're dressed like this.
Right.
They're people you wouldn't even imagine hold this title. You know what I mean?
Right.
And know these people. It's exactly. I mean, it's like this. So, yeah. Good stuff.
We don't know anybody.
How dare you?
No.
How dare you?
Kim Denty. Where are we at on time, sir?
We're more than good.
More than good?
Yeah, we got an hour and 11.
Oh, nice.
Take a look at this,
done,
though.
sir.
Wow. Take a look at this. Get this for me.
Oh, my God. Why am I looking at that?
That is awesome.
No? Am I looking at that?
That's for,
Why would you
that's
do
for
that?
Jeanette. That's for Jeanette. She wanted me to.
Thanks, Jeanette.
Yeah, she wanted me to.
Oh, she's getting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you see what? Yeah.
Jeanette's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, she was.
She was.
She was awesome.
That's specifically her request right there.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I'll think of something.
You're lucky I didn't touch you with it. You're lucky I didn't touch you with it.
Kim, how can people follow you if they just want to follow you on the Facebook or on the?
Yeah, just.
Do you want them to follow you? You know,
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
I'm on Facebook. I don't have any Twitter. I'm on it, but I don't use it that much.
Do you have a name for your bike? I know it's got like a moniker.
Dude, there's so many more stories, but yeah, the name of my bike. You could probably Google my name.
I did.
And
Your bike does come
Armed
up.
and Dangerous.
Armed and
Armed,
Dangerous. Yeah, you can. All you got to do is
if you're a fan of the motorcycles,
Kim Denty,
sure.
Kim first name, Denty last name.
Yep.
And pull up. Up his name and you'll see.
There's something funny. There, Thunder Roads. This is a magazine. I'm not plugging them.
A group that you belong to. Yeah.
Well, no, this is an actual magazine. It's,
okay.
Last month or February's.
Thunder Roads, Ohio.
Yeah. So listen, this is going to sound like a joke, right? So,
all right,
two guys. There's a German and an American walk into like a bar.
Yeah.
In Turkey.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds like the start of a joke.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's the reality of it. And this guy is like, I had a Harley T-shirt on at the time, and he's like, "Oh, you like Harleys? Yeah, blah blah blah." You know how we do. So we drink a few beers, tell a few lies, and at the end of a normal conversation, what are you going to say? Hey, if you're ever in Germany, stop by. My buddies and I, we ride, and have a great time. Yeah. Well, if he'd been talking to anybody else but me, that's probably what would have happened. They just would have went into oblivion. But no. So I flew to Germany, rented a Harley, and we rode down through Germany into France.
Awesome.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Crazy. And so,
awesome.
So this magazine did a 6-page article on it.
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. So I brought that for you. You can have it if you want.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
where can people pick that up?
Well, it's Thunder Roads, Ohio. I mean, they have a website.
Okay.
And then you could actually go onto their website and pick the February issue and flip through it just like a,
like an e-magazine kind of
like
deal.
an e-magazine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So
do that.
But
awesome.
the ridiculousness of that story. I mean, it's always something like that. I was coming back from Poland one time, running into a girl in the business class lounge in Chicago, right? So we had a beer, chatted, and she's like, well, hey, I got to go catch a flight. Talk to you later. She hits me up on Facebook. All right. We go back and forth a little bit. She was doing the civilian thing in Iraq.
Okay.
Right. She goes, hey, I got a leave coming up here in a couple months. You want to go on a vacation together? All right. Where do you want to go? She's, how about Thailand? Okay. So.
Lady boys.
Yeah.
Thailand.
Oh, dude.
Home of the lady boys.
No, for real. I've got pictures of them.
Oh,
and
no, I bet
they
you do.
look like ladies. Yeah, for real.
This is a family show. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We gotta.
So yeah, flew halfway around the world. I didn't even know if she's going to meet me there.
That's all right.
Yeah. So
still a vacation for you.
My girls are like, Dad, what if she takes you over there and kills you? I said, well, I won't go shit in my Pampers, will I?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll leave some kind of a legacy, right?
Yeah.
But that's when you say, "Bring it on."
Bring it on. Yeah. So we go over there, and she does show up.
She doesn't murder you.
She doesn't murder.
So you're here.
Her mom was saying the same thing. She's like,
Sure.
you don't know this guy.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Yeah. So we show up and spend the whole week, like wild monkeys, and they're jumping on you and this and that, and petting tigers.
That's what they're calling it these days. Yeah. Petting tigers.
It's just a whole world of ridiculousness.
There you go. Do you want to plug anything? I see we got a book here.
Oh, no, well,
and your shirt. I don't know if you were.
No, that wasn't the intent. I mean, really.
Oh man, we'll push anything you want to push.
Lou's daughter, Shauna,
okay,
just came out with a book, The Reset Plan. The reason it's here is it just came. I just got it today from Amazon, and so it was
just in your stuff.
Is in my stuff?
What a coincidence!
And but no, she's a good kid.
Sure.
And she also does Ferrigno Fit. So it's a website. You can go there, get tips on getting in shape, staying in shape, and it's run by Lou's daughter under his guidance. And yeah,
cool.
That's awesome.
Wow, Shauna.
Yeah, see it. Shauna Ferrigno.
Shauna Ferrigno. SHANNA Ferrigno.
Yep. And Ferrigno Fit
Plan. That's what it's called. Very cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Have to look at that.
Yeah.
Wasn't even aware actually that he had a daughter, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got a daughter and 2 sons.
Okay.
The oldest son puts on the Ferrigno Legacy, which is out in L.A. every year. It's a bodybuilding competition in his name.
Oh, cool.
And he also is acting. He was on, I think, CSI last week, but I was gone, couldn't watch it. So,
right.
Yeah. So
cool.
He does some acting and stuff too. So,
no, don't be bashful. Anytime you want to push something here, do it. And anytime you want to go to Amazon, we are now partnered with Amazon. You can go to our website, theBteamwithCoryandJim.com. Go to the bottom of the page. You'll see a banner on there for Amazon. If you click on that banner, you sign into your account, your Amazon account. It's that simple. It doesn't cost you any money. Doesn't cost you anything extra. You can just make your orders through there. And if you do order something, if you want to hit us up, we have a little, what's it called? A little sticker called Get At Us.
Get At Us, yeah.
You can hit on the Get At Us sticker on our website and tell us what you ordered, and we'll put you on the show. We'll make you famous. Or 5 people.
Not really.
5 people will hear you.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll do. So thank you so much, Kim.
My pleasure
For coming by.
Yeah.
It's been a
Absolutely,
blast.
Kim.
I know you got a ton of stories.
Busy man.
We'll have to take a day when we can do, we can burn about
We got to get you back.
3 hours of video.
I don't have a
so.
bucket list.
Yeah.
I really don't.
No, you're living it.
No, I mean, like if I think of something I want to do, I go do it.
There you are.
Sailing in Spain,
Let's
Done.
go. Yeah.
Scuba diving in Hawaii.
Wait, is this an invite? Are we getting invited to something? Awesome.
You want to go skydiving?
No.
See? Come on.
No, done with that.
See? He wants to live the life.
I need to
but he
start
doesn't
drinking
wanna
again
jump.
before I do all that.
Yeah.
No, not that. Yeah.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
The list is too long though, but it's and you know what? Sometimes if you're at a party or you're talking to someone, you just got to shut up.
Yeah.
Or if they don't know you, you just sound like, oh yeah, Oh, I'm sure you've been there. You've done, so usually I'm the quietest there, just listening, taking it in, if or you just sound like an idiot.
Hey,
so.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing it. You don't have to tell the stories. I mean, those memories are yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is very cool.
Good times, man.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Kim.
My pleasure.
All I ask you to do is love somebody.
Thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Point 19 Productions, and to our podcast through iTunes or Stitcher. As always, we ask you help support the show by liking, commenting, and sharing our content. For up-to-date information regarding the B-Team, head to thebteamwithcoryandjim.com.